What is going on, everyone? Tim from Tierfon Orbital. Today, I'm going to quickly go over an install commission that I completed on an Ocularis. I am no stranger to this hilt. I've done a number of installs on them. This particular install has the special crystal chamber brass hybrid chassis in it. So I do want to come up top and talk about that chassis. I do want to talk about how to use it. And then, of course, we will put a blade in it, do a quick demo, and we will be on our way. This is going to be a really quick one, everybody. So, anyhow, without further ado, let's come up top. All right, so here it is. The Ocularis. This is from Ignition Saber Company and Azys Workshop. Again, I have seen a number, a baker's dozen. I mean, at this point, I've probably seen 24 of these come across my desk. Absolutely phenomenal hilt. Super, super unique hilt. Great blank canvas hilt for modifications like etching, wraps, I've seen all kinds of iterations of this hilt come across my desk. So it's a great hilt. So this came to me already wrapped by the customer. The customer also put a very cool greebly in the pommel. I don't know where that came from. I forgot to ask the customer, but I actually totally forgot to take pictures of that when I did the glams of this install. I think that's a really cool touch in the pommel there. So, but yeah, it came to me already wrapped and ready to go. Okay, so we just went ahead with the install on this. So let's take a look at the chassis. All right, so to get at your chassis, you want to unscrew or unlock the grip. This is a twist lock grip, something that is really cool. A really cool feature about this hilt, right? So you want to unthread that knurled thumb screw and take your grip off. So here is the chassis. I have done a pass of pewter rub and buff on the main body of the chassis. This was done in MJF nylon. The upper crystal chamber is one solid piece of brass that has been weathered at the request of the customer. And this entire upper brass section is secured to the lower MJF nylon chassis with some threaded rod, and there goes that knurled thumb screw. It's secured with some threaded rod and barrel lugs. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this upper crystal chamber, right? So initially, this customer had placed an order for a bronze crystal chamber. I did offer a couple of different options for this crystal chamber on my website. And unfortunately, when this bronze crystal chamber came, first of all, I just was not happy with the finish on this. It just does not look as good as brass. There were some imperfections in the greebly work here. I just was not happy with this crystal chamber. So unfortunately, we had to nix this crystal chamber and go back to the drawing board. And I just went ahead and reordered a new one for the customer, right? And we just went with brass. As far as quality control is concerned, I was not happy with this, and I would not have been comfortable sending this to the customer in this state, right? So unfortunately, this particular commission took a little bit longer than expected, but as always, I am very grateful to customers who are patient, right? So I think it's really important to have an open line of communication and be very transparent with people, and I was with this particular customer, and he was very patient and understanding, right? So we went with brass in this particular chamber with sterling silver probes for that crystal, right? There is a quartz point in the middle there. It is lit with 2 single neopixels, and they are their own blade in the config. Now, this upper marble is its own blade in the config. However, I have wired it up as a sub blade, okay? So this customer did request a larger threaded hole here. I think this is a 632 or an 832 because he will be getting a custom glass eye from my dude Rob. So Rob did a custom, does a really awesome various sizes of glass eye. So he will be putting a custom glass eye in this at a later date. Okay. Rob from Stardust Sabers, by the way. Really, really cool custom glass eyes. So he will be adding that himself, the customer. And that is it. The glass eye, by the way, is from Noah Drew, something that we commonly see in these builds. They do look great in that eye hole. Okay, so that's it. So let's talk about how to use this guy. Battery tray is here, obviously. Spring side is your negative. You want to take the flat part of your battery, put it in that battery tray. So this was already on. If you don't hear anything, hit that kill switch. There is that crystal that is lit, and then of course your eye that is lit. Okay. We have an Elite 28mm Elite speaker from Smuggler's Outpost in this as well. Okay. So once you get your battery in, let me put that knurled thumb screw back in here. Once you get your battery in, you can put your grip back on. And you're ready to go here. Oh, I guess I didn't put twist to activate on this one. Longest pre-on ever. I did put twist to activate on. All right. Let's come down to the bottom. Man, that's a loud hilt. So there is that beautiful eye reveal. Let's see what else we put on here. It's a loud hilt.
What is it? Light.
Alright. Let's put a blade in it. So, unfortunately, since I don't have a set screw for this, I'm not going to swing it around too much, but we're going to put a blade in it nonetheless, right? So, 1-inch blade holder. Rest your blade on those PCB pins. It is snug enough that I might get away with swinging it around a little bit, right? So rest your blade on those PCB pins. To the customer, when you get that glass eye, you're going to want to tighten that, and then you're ready to go. There you go. See what else we put on here. One more.
Ascension.
Nice feeling hilt with that grip on there. All right, one more.
Ahsoka Tano.
All right. So that is it. That is the Ocularis Saber Company and Azys Workshop. Just a great, great hilt. Super unique hilt. I've said it time and time again. Great hilt for like modifications and all kinds of etching and wraps. And yeah, I mean, what more can I say, right? So anyhow, to the customer, thank you very, very much for your patience. I think that you placed this order almost 2 months ago. So thank you very, very much for your patience. Unfortunately, we hit a little bit of a snag with that crystal chamber. So I'm always very, very, very grateful for people when they are patient with me, right? Unfortunately, some of this was out of our control. So thank you very much for your patience. If anyone has any questions about this install, please, as always, don't be a stranger. And with that being said, may the force be with you always. Have a good one, everybody.